or certain how their basic needs would be met at old age. There is a wrong perception that the poor, having worked as laborers and in unorganized sectors, are not due for pension. On the other hand, assistance is most required when the aged are no longer capable of doing hard manual work. Indira Gandhi National Old Age Pension Scheme is an answer to this dilemma. The purpose of the scheme is to provide minimal cash assistance or pension to the aged above 65 years. Besides providing pension to the old, government also provides pension to widows and disabled under Indira Gandhi National Widow Pension Scheme and Indira Gandhi National Disabled Pension Scheme. Like in other villages, in the village of Bazar Dhana too, all the aged belonging to poor families get old age pension of 275 rupees per month. Lakshmi Bai Venkati is one of them. In the second week of every month, the postman gives her the pension amount. Lakshmi Bai knows that her son is barely able to look after his children, leave alone her. The pension amount, though meager, at least ensures that money is available for purchasing wheat and food provisions from the ration shop. The old age pension enables her to live a life of dignity without having to worry about her sustenance.
मेरे को पेंशन मिलता है, फिर मेरा दवाई के लिए कहाँ हो रही कहाँ पेंशन का पैसा, फिर मेरे बस घर गला पानी सोसाइटी से लाता है, कभी बच्चे के लिए कई पुस्तक के लिए देता है.
Every person has aspirations, and a silent revolution is underway to transform hopes into reality.
The soul of India lives in its villages, where pleasant change can be seen. A change in perception of rural India and a change in the life of villagers who happily welcome every new day. Each one has a different story to narrate about the constructive schemes initiated by the Ministry of Rural Development, committed to change the sad plight of poor rural folks to a happier affair. Ranjana, a young village girl, has decided to join local developmental task force known as Bharat Nirman Volunteers, which is a unique public participation initiative started by the Ministry of Rural Development. Many assessment studies have revealed a large mass of rural population living in the vast land of India could not enjoy the benefits of the developmental schemes launched for their betterment. Either they are unaware of these developmental programs, or the local governing bodies, the panchayats, have not been properly implementing the schemes. The only solution to the problem was a closer contact with local rural people who willingly came forward for the development of their villages and their own people. So emerged a large village-based cadre of volunteers, Bharat Nirman volunteers, who not only create awareness about the rural development programs, but also enable people to participate in planning and execution. Bharat Nirman volunteers are committed individuals from rural households who act as a human link between groups of families and host of various line departments. For the active participation in the ongoing rural development schemes, BNVs are given a systematic training by State Institute of Rural Development, SIRD. Here, these volunteers are offered training programs in several thrust areas of rural development. Bharat Nirman volunteers conduct survey in their close neighborhood and assess people's needs and aspirations. They carry forward the messages that they learn in training workshop. BNVs maintain a work diary in a prescribed form, which is made available by the block level officers. Further, the action plans are prepared by the BNVs and the community in consultation with the BDOs, who are also the counsellors of these volunteers. Gram Sabhas act as watchdog to protect community interests and common property resources. Bharat Nirman volunteers play a vital role in Gram Sabha, which is the major bulwark against corruption, misuse of funds and exclusion of the poor and marginalized from the decision-making process. BNVs, a strong human link between the benefits and the beneficiaries, are busy in bringing a paradigm shift in rural development. On one hand, the centrally sponsored schemes such as National Social Assistance Program, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Guarantee Act, Indira Awas Yojana and Total Sanitation Campaign are well implemented. Also, the schemes initiated by the state governments are reaching to the target beneficiaries. Yes, BNVs are the last mile human connectivity between programs and the unreached. Bimla Devi is now happy, very happy. The happiness came to her life when she, along with others, received a job card that was a guarantee for her and other households of 100 days wage employment in a year under Mahatma Gandhi Narega scheme, and that too in the vicinity of the village itself. Earlier, she was bound to work as a labourer in others' fields, and the lean agriculture season was rather a worst state of life for everyone like her. She had no other options but to migrate to nearby towns. But now, she has adequate work in the village itself. She now works in the developmental works under Mahatma Gandhi Narega. In the first year, other than working in the fields, she earned wages for 60 days working under Mahatma Gandhi Narega. The second and the third years added more to her earnings as she worked for 85 days each year. She is now proud to have a bank account where her wages are deposited. She even manages to save some part of her wages. Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, famous as MG Narega, was launched on February 2, 2006 from Anantapur in Andhra Pradesh. Implemented in phased manner, the project covered 133 districts of different states by the year 2007-2008. Soon, the project spread over 625 districts across the country. In the beginning, works under Mahatma Gandhi Narega were taken up only on community land, whereas check dams were built for irrigation, ponds were dug to store water, and feeder channels were excavated for irrigation. The aim was to improve the productivity of the land. Lately, numbers of other developmental works were included under Mahatma Gandhi Narega scheme. Work done under Mahatma Gandhi Narega is recorded in the muster roll, and the number of days of work done is recorded in the job card. The payment for it is received every fortnight at the bank. The initiative started by the Ministry of Rural Development, Government of India, has raised the productivity, increased the purchasing power, reduced distress migration, and and helped in creation of durable assets in rural India. Also, it has strengthened the social and gender equality dimensions, as 23% workers under the scheme are scheduled castes, 17% scheduled tribes and 50% women. Mahatma Gandhi Nareka has brought a sea change in rural India by providing employment to 51 million households in the year 2010-2011. Like many others, life was harsh, very harsh for Suman. But she was always eager to bring a change in life. She knew that she could, but how? She never knew. Then emerged a new dawn in her life when she learnt about the benefit of self-help group initiative promoted by the National Rural Livelihoods Mission, a scheme that provides self-employment to the rural harassed people. SHG is an assemblage of 10 to 15 women. They discuss issues of their common concern. They jointly begin saving small amounts of money every month. The money is deposited in the bank. The women are able to depend on their own money for their urgent needs. The banker starts regarding the group with respect and is more willing to give loan for economic activity. Suman, without wasting any time, formed a self-help group with 10 other women staying in her street. They started meeting regularly and each of them saved ₹50 per month. After the formation of self-help group, they started giving the money to the needy members for buying seeds, manure, etc. Even their school dropout children also started going to school. As the time passed, the group kept on saving the money, and after 2 years of its formation, her group was able to have more than 20,000 rupees. There is a huge demand for broiler chicks. The group also decided to supplement their incomes by taking up poultry activity. Suman and others started a poultry farm and carefully looked after the chicks. Within 40 to 45 days, the chicks grew and the group earned a profit of ₹1,500 to ₹2,000. Suman is satisfied that due to her hard work and efforts, she is able to receive a assured income every 2 months. Dedicated support structures build and strengthen the institutional platforms of the poor. NRLM works on 3 pillars of enhancing and expanding existing livelihood options, building skills for the job market outside, and nurtures self-employed people and entrepreneurs. The interested rural BPL youth are offered skill development training after counseling. Today, Suman is not the only one who has been able to turn her dreams into reality. There are many others who are able to change their lives through millions of self-help groups formed in the country. Now, millions of rural individuals have taken up economic activities. As the life starts its journey towards the end, a person is left with nothing but a helpless dependent state, and life becomes a cruel misery to bear if there is no personal savings made in life. Most of the poor rural people who work their whole life as laborers do not have savings. So was Savitri Devi, whose only son was hardly able to lead his own life and left her to live on her own. She was all alone and a helpless living soul. But soon, her dilemmatic life turned to bliss when she received her first old age pension amount under the Indira Gandhi National Old Age Pension Scheme. The purpose of Indira Gandhi National Old Age Pension Scheme is to provide minimal cash assistance or pension to the aged above 60 years. The pension amount is a small amount, but is quite helpful to her. Now she is able to purchase wheat and food provision from the ration shop. Now she even takes care of her grandchildren.